Then we are shown flashback, where hospital room bathed in quiet light. Man said, "Thank you for coming each month. I'm truly grateful." Doctor softly said, "It's my duty. Stay well." Then he turns and said to his son, "Sejun, come here." The boy approaches. "This man," his father says to his son, "played with you when you were small." Then Sejun said to Man, "Hello." Man smiling and said, "That tiny child. You have grown so much." Doctor said, "He has, hasn't he?" Man gently said, "He looks like his mother." Sejun said to himself, "I'm bored. Should I find something interesting?" Boy stands between memory and silence. Gratitude floats, but he waits for meaning to find him. Then Yu Sejun looks inside the alley, where two cats in shadow. Yu Sejun sighs and said, "Nothing here. Did I follow for nothing?" Staircase. He climbs. At the top, Seo Isul sit, still figure. Turning to leave. "I'm bored. Stay a while," Yu Sejun said to Seo Isul. Silence. He sits beside him. "Do you live here? Playground nearby. Walk with me." But no reply. Yu Sejun thinking he is shy. Or he is mute. Or just far away. "It's boring," when silence answers. He studies Seo Isul. Then said, "Your eyes, beautiful." Seo Isul looks at him. Yu Sejun thinking he looked at me. Then Seo Isul said, "No." Yu Sejun said, "Still they are." After pause, Yu Sejun said, "What is your name?" Voice below said, "Young master." Yu Sejun stands and said, "I have to go." "Why now?" Seo Isul said to Yu Sejun, "My name is Seo Isul. Can we meet again?" "Yes," Yu Sejun replied. "I will come back." Then he descends. "Sorry, I wasn't here just now," Yu Sejun said to Man. Above, Seo Isul watches him go. Silent, eyes full. Then scene shift to the apartment, where Yu Sejun's parents said, "He must be tired," they whisper low. Not one to cling, but something has changed. In sleep, a wish, quiet sigh, the moon leans in, name escapes, not dream, but truth. He waits for morning, just to begin. Then next morning, where Yu Sejun said, "I waited, like morning waits for light." Your smile bloomed, and I trembled. If only the wind had turned another way. Then next day, where bruises, locked limbs, not war, but just play, wound blooms. Who did this? Yu Sejun asks. Fall, Seo Isul lies. Yu Sejun offers light, but Seo Isul walks into shadow. Then Yu Sejun is going home with his father. "Where did you have fun?" A warm voice asks. He smiles. Inside, a question wilts. Next time, Yu Sejun hopes. But silence blooms too soon. Then we are shown apartment scene, where he is still too young, mother pleads. "Just adapting," the father replies. Then next day, plain waits. He boards with silence. That day, the last page of Us. This is where the flashback ends. Coming back to the present, Yu Sejun speaks, his voice barely low than a memory. "Now, if I ask him, 'Do you remember me?' what kind of answer will I get?" Would his eyes light up like windows flung open to an old, sun-drenched room? Or would they pass over me like wind over a forgotten grave? Will he recognize me, not just my face, but the version of himself that once stood beside me? Then Yu Sejun answers himself, softly, like someone reading the last line of a story they never finished. "No, I probably don't even exist in his memories. My lips are the gates of a city under siege, closed, trembling, unwilling to let out the truth I still pray isn't real." The next night, Seo Isul sits on the couch, the flickering TV washing his face in pale light, like a lighthouse in fog, searching, but finding nothing. "This is the only thing on," he says, voice flat, like a page half read and abandoned. He switches it off. Silence rushes in like a tide. The absence of noise is louder than the sound. Stretching out on the couch, he stares at the ceiling. "I'm bored," he murmurs, but it feels heavier than boredom, like a song caught in the throat. He turns his head, eyes wandering the room that still feels too grand, too quiet, too untouched. "It has been days since I came here. They told me to feel at home." His words hang in the air, fragile as thread, but it feels like I'm walking through someone else's memory, softly, so I don't wake it. He lets out a breath. Yoo Sejun leaves early, always gone before I wake. Only a note remains. I'm leaving. See you tonight, like a breadcrumb in a forest too big to navigate. I help the lady of the house. The day slips past, while I'm not looking. Then suddenly, it's evening again, and I'm alone. In this house that echoes more than it speaks. He stands up slowly. Just think, there is a second floor too. I have never sung there. Never even breathed loud enough to disturb it. After pause, he said, maybe I should see what is up there. The stairs creak beneath him like old secrets. The second floor opens up like a silent theater, vast and ornate, holding its breath. There are servants, and I thought this house was just rich. But this is unbelievably big. He walks slowly, feet swallowed by plush carpet. There is a garden the size of a park, and a swimming pool like it belongs to a hotel. Is this even a house? His eyes catch on a door slightly ajar. Another room, he said. He steps in. Fan scent rises, soft and nostalgic, like spring cotton fabric. I have smelled this before. He walks further in. Shelves line the walls. There was a study downstairs too. Maybe there are books here I had recognized. He scans the titles with idle curiosity until his gaze lands on a photo frame. Why is this here? His fingers close around the frame. Inside, a child smiles. This child, sudden knock. The sound of the front door unlocking. Startled, Seo Isul grip loosens. The frame slips from his hands, and glass meets floor with a shatter. Footsteps ascend the stairs, voice calls out. Is something wrong? Yoo Sejun appears in the doorway, worry lining his face. He rushes forward. Are you okay? Did your trip? If it hurts too much, we should go to the hospital. I'm fine, Seo Isu replies quickly, but inside, his chest feels like it's trying to hold a storm. He thinks to himself, why is my heart beating like this again? He looks down. The frame. I'm sorry. It broke. It's okay, Sejun says, voice gentle. As long as you are not hurt. Then, Yoo Sejun pointedly, but why were you in here? Seo Isul doesn't answer right away. He picks up the photo frame, carefully now, as though it might burn him. He holds it out. This picture, where is it from? His eyes search Yoo Sejun's face. Is this you? When you were little, why is it here? Then Yoo Sejun said, it was a volunteer activity I went to with my parents. I met someone there. Kid with eyes like the first snowfall, quiet, clear, unforgettable. Seo Isul said, actually, there were not many kids in that neighborhood. Yoo Sejun said, I thought so too. Every time I went, I only ever saw one of you. Seo Isul said, when did you start recognizing me? Yoo Sejun softly said, I have been noticing. You never looked at me, not even once. But I recognized you from the beginning. He reaches out, brushes his face like it's made of glass. Yoo Sejun said, you haven't changed at all, since you were little. Like a melody that never faded, how could I not recognize you? Seo Isul said to himself, it feels like my heart is beating in my throat, like a bird trying to escape a cage it didn't know it was in. Then Seo Isul said, I didn't know. Yoo Sejun, but I never forgot. Not once. He looks at his with a mix of sorrow and awe. This is it, you have grown up so much. Yoo Sejun softly smiled and said, I understand. He takes his hand gently, his thumb tracing warmth into his skin. Then, touching his cheek with reverence, like he's a memory made real. Yoo Sejun said, still, I'm so glad you remembered me. I used to wonder if I would become a shadow in your past. Pauses, voice barely above a whisper. I missed you so much. I wanted to tell you, it hurt. When we met again and you didn't remember, it hurt more than I expected. He lowers his gaze, then meets his again. I'm sorry, then flash of past, your back fading, my breath caught upstairs. Mother's anger behind, stick raised, I ran. He said, I will come back. Just one sentence, maybe a lie, but I held it, like a promise. Still, I miss you. The past drips, like rain on glass, blurry, but it clings. Back in the now, Siu Isul breathes, I missed you too. Silence, thick as fog between them. Then, you Sejun, barely louder than a falling leaf, will you hug me just once? His voice, a thread reaching through ears, asking to be held before it breaks.